Hello, friends. This is Sri once again with financial investments. How do you invest? How quicker you invest? How smaller you invest but get 1 lakh, right? Okay. Now, little drops of water make a mighty ocean. What a beautiful prop. You know how many people have benefited out of this prop. Now, let us try to see a small example with that. Now, here in this particular PPT, I'm going to tell you how very small amount, if it is invested consistently and continuously for a period of say 5 years, you will get 1 lakh. And mind you, if you start that continuously for investing first, second, third, fourth and fifth year, you will start getting 1 lakh every year from sixth year. Sounds amazing, isn't it? Let us go into the topic right away. Right, this is the page you need to look from a graphical point of view how this is going to work. Suppose the age of the investor is say 30, he starts investing every year 1500 rupees. Okay? Say for example 1500 rupees. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 5 years he invests continuously. From the 35th year, he will get 1 lakh for 5 years continuously. Right? Is it interesting? Every year getting 1 lakh. This is not a small amount anyway. Right? Now, what are the simple rules for this? Invest every month. Then invest every year. First 5 years will be very crucial, very testing, and you need to have this continuous and consistent way of investing, right? Then your returns will start. Once your return will start, don't break the chain of investment. That is a very important aspect, okay? Start enjoying your benefits also, okay? Repeat the cycle of investing it. Then lifelong you will get 1 lakh. Now I will give you an example how you can do it from this. Now what you have to do for this. Now account setup. Now there's a type of investment called recurring deposit. Every bank has got a recurring deposit. Age-old type of investment, but gold investment. Okay? Right. Now, rate of interest needs to be ascertained by you. I have taken in this example as 5%. I'll tell you in the next slide how it really works out. In a bank, everybody has got a bank account these days. So, online, open an RD account online. Okay? And start your investment of, say, 1500 rupees every month on the 1st or 5th of every month. You can take any date, but for our convenience of tracking, 1st to 5th of every month will be very ideal. Okay? And make the duration of investment as 5 years or 60 months. Okay? Now let us give an example on seeing how is this going to progress. Okay? Now, your age becoming 30, an example. Okay, but there's no age for investment. Please mind, this you can start at any time, anywhere in any bank, but you have to be financially disciplined and determined to see that 5 years continuously invest to get the 6th year, right? Now, year number 1, let us track the investment of the year 1 as S1, called savings 1. Because August is approaching, now August 2020, I'm going to start this investment on the 1st of August, okay? The rate of interest at present is say 5%, okay? Amount which I'm going to invest is 1500, right? Now, 18,000 will be my accumulation for the first year, then 18,000 second year and goes on. And at the end of 5 years, my S1 will mature and give me 1 lakh in the 6th year, right? This is going to be an enormous amount, at least for everybody. Nobody will just say that after all it is 1 lakh. 1 lakh is 1 lakh by any way, okay? Now, if you want to repeat this continuously, now see the next example. Second year, open another investment called S2 on the same month, on the same date. Okay, for another 5 years. Okay, you will get 1 lakh in the 7th year. Third year, once again, when you are 33, when you are 32, open S3 in the same month, in the same date. Okay, another 1500. Then you will get 1 lakh in your 8th year. Repeat this for 5 years continuously and see the magical returns of 1 lakh from your 6th year till 10th year. Now, imagine if you go on repeating this cycle uninterruptedly, will you not get an investment back of 1 lakh every year? Amazing. But all these things have certain do's and don'ts. Everything in this world, my dear friends, I'll tell you, if you are disciplined, if you are systematic, if you are consistent, success has to come to you. This financial example is just one of the examples. If you follow this in every walk of life, I'm sure nothing but success will come to you. Okay? So now what I'm trying to explain you here is, right, you see that first 5 years you have invested. Okay? First 5 years, every year you have invested 1500, which means First year you invested for 5 years. Second year you started the investment once again for the next 5 years. Third year once again for 5 years. Fourth year once again for 5 years. Fifth year once again for 5 years. Then you will get 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh from 6th to 10th year. Now, in the 11th, okay, let me start from this. In the 6th year, your first investment will mature. Now, don't break it. Once again, start in the 6th year, another investment called S6. Okay, now your 11th year will get to 1 lakh once again. So, continue this chain continuously till you can. Okay, now see this. Do's and don'ts. As I told you, second year, third year, fourth year and fifth year, continue the investments. Month and date should be kept as much as possible the same so that it is good for your tracking and so that your investments are also maturing in the same date. Okay. Now, interest may change in the course of time. Okay, what you have to do is you have to increase the amount of investment. Suppose from 5% they have reduced to 4.5%. Now, do a calculation how much you will get 1 lakh. Increase from 1500 to say 1600. Okay, that should not be a big problem. So that way you will be keeping up that your target of 1 lakh should be achieved at the end of 5th year. Right? Now, start again one more RD after every year the RD closes. Very, very important to continue your chain, right? Reinvestments of the amount will always make you richer and richer, right? Now, increase your investments based on your affordability. I have taken a very ideal amount of 1500 because everybody can afford it. Now, two things here. If you want to increase your investment of say 2000 or 2500, yes, you can very well do it. That will give you an increased amount at maturity, okay? But be consistent, right? And the next thing is, if you want to increase the amount, at the same time get 1 lakh before 50 year, also it is possible because the increased amount will give you a return of 1 lakh much earlier than 5 years. That is also possible. So it all depends upon how you operate this machinery, right? How you operate the system, right? I have given you an example so that 5 years is a good period for you to keep investing and you get continuously the chain of 1 lakh every year. So now it all depends upon your affordability, your convenience and your investment, how fast you want to take back. But see that you're consistent. Why I have taken 1500 and 5 years is 1500 is not a very costly investment every month. At the same time, 5 years waiting period is good enough. If you want to increase your investment, see that you can continuously do the same thing for 5 years. That is what is very important. Okay, friends, this is a very small concept, but if you follow this very, very rigidly or at the same time very religiously and consistently, I'm sure the inflow of investments will really come to you continuously and you'll really be very happy from the 6th year once you start seeing money. Okay, friends, happy investing and become a Lakhier every year from your 6th year. Okay, great friends. All the best for your financial investment. If you like this, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button. Okay, bye.